Today is Sunday, September 19th, 2021. We're out here at the Punta Gorda craft fair and just happened to see Andrew Bryant Sheets was out here protesting again today. Are you out here spreading COVID? Andy Sheets, are you out here spreading COVID?
Leave me alone, you fucking...
Are you out here spreading COVID? Do you have COVID?
Stalker.
Do you have COVID?
Leave me alone, stalker.
Andy, why don't you want to talk? I'm doing a report on Andrew Bryant Sheets, Charlotte County Copwatch.
Stalker,
Are you going to shoot me? Are you going to shoot me?
Never said it, buddy.
Are you going to shoot me?
Get out of here, buddy. You're a stalker.
Angie.
I am reporting you to the cops. Right
Whatever.
now,
I thought cops are Nazis. I thought cops are Nazis. Hey, Andy,
3 times.
was your mother a Nazi?
They've already told
Was your mother a
3
Nazi?
times
She was the mayor of Wyoming, Michigan. Hey, when that Nazi bitch cunt died, when your mother, that mayor, when that Nazi cunt died, was that freedom was planted?
Stop stalking me, buddy.
Was freedom planted?
Stop stalking me, buddy.
Do you clean houses?
I've asked you to repeatedly stop.
Andy, do you clean houses for a living?
I repeatedly.
Why is your car such a fucking shitbox if you clean houses? Why is your car, is that a Nazi flag? Why is your car such a shitbox? Why don't you clean your car?
Get the fuck out of here, bud. I'm going to call the cops.
Call the cops. This is free speech.
It is not.
Yes, it is. What's the difference between me and you?
Get the fuck out of here, buddy.
You didn't go to court on Tuesday or Wednesday because you said you had COVID, but yet you're out here protesting?
I've already asked you multiple times.
Do you have COVID symptoms, Andy?
I've already asked you.
Andy, do you have COVID symptoms?
I already asked you multiple
Do you have COVID? Are you out here spreading COVID? Why are you dressed up like a prisoner? Halloween's not for another month.
I already asked you to stop.
Hey, Andy, what was the school doing that was illegal for the 9-year-old girl? You said she was they were illegally indoctrinating her. What was illegal about it? Why don't you tell everybody why you were arrested? Why don't you tell everybody you were arrested because you were protesting at a school? Andy, why don't you just have a conversation with me? Why run away? Why run away?
I'm in fear because you are.
You're in fear. Does that mean you're going to shoot me in the face with your gun? Are you going to bear mace me? Are you going to bear mace me with your gun? This is what free speech. Andy was out here yesterday protesting on the corner, dressed up like a Jewish prisoner. And Andy openly stated that he had COVID-19. And he was out here protesting. Andy had a court date this past Tuesday at the Charlotte County Courthouse for his arrest, protesting in front of a school. Andy had that continued because he claimed he had COVID-19. On Wednesday, Andy had a hearing for the Punta Gorda Code Enforcement Board. Andy had that continued as well because he said he had COVID-19. So 3 days later, Andy's out here protesting at a farmer's market crafts fair and openly stated that he has COVID-19. I'm doing a report on Andy. I asked him several questions, and Andy doesn't like when somebody else exercises their right to free speech to ask him questions. So Andy said that he's going to charge me with stalking. Apparently he doesn't like our Constitution or the First Amendment. He doesn't like when somebody asks him questions. You know, he says he owns a cleaning business, but yet his car is filthy, like a dirty hamster lives in it, dirty little rat. I also asked him about his mother. She was the mayor of Wyoming, Michigan, and according to Andy's logic, she was a Nazi. Andy likes to say that when a police officer dies, that freedom is planted. So I asked him, when your mother passed away in 2013 of a massive heart attack, I guess that means freedom was planted in your logic and reasoning. And Andy doesn't like to answer questions. He has a right to not answer questions. He has a right to walk away and leave. I asked Andy if he was going to shoot me in the face, because Andy has openly stated that if he feels threatened, that he will shoot somebody in the face with his concealed firearm. Andy did not shoot me in the face, thank God. But my problem is, what happens to the next person that confronts Andy and Andy feels threatened? Do we have to wait for somebody to die? Do we have to wait for somebody to get shot in the face by Andy? And then he'll claim that he is exercising his right to his First Amendment and Second Amendment by standing his ground. Andy is out here on a daily basis trying to create confrontations with people. He engages with the public, he asks them into debates, and when they don't like what he has to say, he verbally assaults them, calls them Nazis, cunts, die like the Jews, all that. That's his right to free speech. But Andy is not out here fighting for my right to free speech. He's not out here fighting for anybody's right to free. Andy's out here pretty much spreading lies. Andy said he was arrested in front of the school for protesting abortion. Well, that's a lie. Andy was arrested because he was in front of the school with a "fuck the police" t-shirt on, trying to create a confrontation with all the parents that were leaving. See, Andy chooses to go to the school when they drop the parents off, or when they drop the kids off at school, or when they pick the kids up at school. So Andy, under the instructions from his lawyers, who told him to go out and do your homework, Andy went out, started going to all the schools in Charlotte County. He went and protested a 9-year-old girl in front of her school. He went to the elementary school out here in Punta Gorda. He went to a high school where the Charlotte County Sheriff's wife works at. He went to Lemon Bay High School and does his legal protesting. So now, beautiful Sunday, everybody's out here trying to enjoy themselves. We got families, children, and it doesn't look like Andy's going to be out here protesting today because somebody decided to exercise his right to free speech and ask Andy some questions. Andy didn't like that. Andy left. Now we get to enjoy the day.